story, Vacation and Schoolgirls. One afternoon in July, a group of schoolgirls were walking home together. When they reached Drive Car's gate, one girl named Maria saw a beautiful bunch of flowers on the ground. She tried to pick them up, but suddenly the flowers moved away and disappeared under the gate. The girls were shocked, but Katy quickly understood that it was a trick played by the children John and Dory using a black thread. It was just a playful joke to tease people. After this, the girls talked about their summer vacation plans. Some were going to the sea, some to Niagara Falls, and others to visit relatives. Katy said she would just stay home and enjoy herself. But when she saw others making exciting plans, she felt a little disappointed that she would not go anywhere special. 2. Katy's home and vacation begins. Katy and her sister Clover discussed how their father was busy and could not take them anywhere. Clover said they still had a happy life with their siblings and home. Katy agreed and became cheerful again. They celebrated the start of vacation with excitement and ran into the house shouting happily. But when they entered, they saw the house in confusion. Furniture was being moved, and Aunt Izzy was very busy and stressed. She told them that their cousin Helen was coming to visit them. This news surprised the children a lot. 3. Introduction of Cousin Helen. The children had never met Cousin Helen before. They only heard about her from their father. They imagined her as a very quiet, serious, and sick lady who always stayed on a sofa. They thought she might be like a character from a storybook, very holy and strict. They also guessed she would be very silent, always reading the Bible, and not fun at all. They even thought they would need to be extremely quiet around her. 4. Arrival of Cousin Helen. Finally, Cousin Helen arrived with her niece. She was brought into the house carefully because she was weak. But when she spoke, she surprised everyone. She was cheerful, loving, and full of life. She hugged all the children warmly. Katy expected a dull and serious lady, but Cousin Helen was different. She had brown hair, bright eyes, and a friendly smile. She looked happy instead of sad. The children quickly liked her, even though she was not what they expected. 5. Life with Cousin Helen. Cousin Helen stayed in bed because she was sick, but she was very kind and fun. She told stories, played quiet games, and made everyone happy. Even Aunt Izzy joined in the games, which was very surprising for the children. The children loved spending time with her. However, sometimes they had to leave her alone because she needed rest. Katy once tried to carry a tray for her but fell and broke it. Cousin Helen did not get angry, instead, she kindly comforted her. Katy began to feel happy and proud when she helped Cousin Helen. She also started to like her very much. 6. Katy's thoughts and questions. Katy became curious about Cousin Helen's life. She heard that Cousin Helen had once been engaged to a man named Alex. But she met with a serious accident and became sick for life. Even after that, Alex and his wife still remained her close friends. Katy learned that Cousin Helen was not sad or jealous. She was kind, loving, and selfless. She cared more about others than herself. Katy was surprised and said that she could never live like that. She thought it would be very hard to be sick all the time. 7. Fun times with Cousin Helen. Cousin Helen told stories and played games with the children. They enjoyed her company very much. Even their father joined in the fun. Everyone laughed and played happily. But sometimes the younger children got scared by stories, like robbers, and imagined things at night. Cousin Helen later said she would be careful with such stories. 8. Goodbye gift box. On the last evening, Cousin Helen gave each child a gift. Katy got a beautiful vase. Clover got a pocketbook. Elsie got a locket. Dory and John got toys and games. Phil got a book about robbers. Papa and Aunt Izzy also got gifts. Everyone was very happy but also sad because Cousin Helen was leaving. 9. Farewell and ending. The next day, Cousin Helen left. All the children waved goodbye sadly. Katy went away alone to cry because she missed her. She thought about how kind Cousin Helen was. She wished she could also become like her, kind, patient, and loving. She decided to try to improve herself, keep her things in order, and be good to others. Short key points. Katy and her friends saw a flower trick played by John and Dory. Cousin Helen came to stay for a few days. Children thought she would be serious and boring, but she was cheerful and kind. She was sick but very loving and positive. She told stories and played games with children. Katy once dropped a tray but Helen forgave her kindly. Helen had once been engaged but became sick after an accident. She still remained happy and selfless. She gave gifts to all children before leaving. Katy was inspired and decided to become better.